Good morning. Good morning to you all. Welcome. I'm Sandra O'Brien and I work alongside fellow auctioneers here today, joined at the podium by Mark Morrison, Daniel Kingelly and Chris Kennedy later on this morning. Now, a very warm welcome to our owners. We acknowledge and we thank you. We thank you for your ease of access and your presentation over the last few weeks. We know it adds extra stress to an already busy time of the year, so thank you. But also thank you for choosing to work alongside us here at Harcourts Gold. We appreciate there is choice in the marketplace, so thank you for choosing to work with us, and we wish you well this morning. Moving on to introduce you to the management team at Harcourts Gold. These folk are here to support and guide you should you have any concerns or questions throughout the morning. Please don't hesitate to reach out to one of these folk. Firstly, one of our fabulous leaders, Harcourts Gold business owner and general manager and auctioneer, and major celebration of a major birthday yesterday. Still carrying on today, folks. I think he's spreading it out over the whole week. It's Chris Kennedy.
Thank you, Sandra.
Peppernoy managers Jane Meyer and Henry Cochrane and Naomi Burge are also alongside you here today. And ably managing our newest office out at the airport, the Spitfire branch, is Mitchell McDonald. And our Redwood office is managed by Margaret Danza. And New Brighton, out by the sea, with Mr. Doug Soper. Now, Alana takes care of what you see on the screen here today, and she just helps keep us auctioneers in check. So she also beams out to the world via our webcam, and we can have a large number online at any one time. So if you've joined us that way this morning, we bid you well. Now, I know your lead marketing consultant will have made all the relevant documentation available to you over the past few weeks. That's the LIM, the title, and the agreement from which we work, as approved by the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand and the Auckland District Law Society. Now, there are a few rules and regulations we must play by, folks, so just to cover off those before we get things underway this morning. Firstly, our sellers have set a reserve price that won't be disclosed to the buyers, and subject to that reserve being reached or breached, the highest bidder, whose bid is accepted by the auctioneer, well, they shall become the purchaser. Now, your auctioneer may nominate the sum by which bidding may be increased, but may also refuse any bid, just if it's not deemed to be in the best interest of our seller. The auctioneer or a licensed real estate agent may submit a bid on behalf of any other person. Now, this is normally via the telephone. Rest assured, all the paperwork will have been cited prior to any bidding commencement today. Our sellers also reserve the right to bid exclusively through us as auctioneers, and that's referred to as a vendor bid. Now, rest assured, if you hear a vendor bid, it will be well below the reserve price and, ironically, clearly identified as vendor bid, the bid is with me, along those lines. Our sellers also reserve the right to withdraw the property from sale before the property is actually sold and without declaring the reserve. Now, what this means is our owners have simply exercised their rights under clause 2.6 of the agreement and sold the property from auction outside the room. Now, it doesn't happen very often, but look, it can happen from time to time. So to avoid disappointment, just make sure you hold the highest bid if it leaves the room for negotiations. If a dispute arises concerning any bid, well, I simply determine the dispute or reoffer the property at the last undisputed bid. Finally, if you're the lucky purchaser identified by the fall of the hammer this morning, that got your attention, then before we head away to celebrate, folks, there's a few things we require from you. Firstly, sign the agreement and acknowledge receipt of the approved REA guide, arrange the payment of a mere 10% deposit of that purchase price, and complete the GST information in Schedule 1 of that same agreement. Buyers, those are the rules under which you bid and buy today. I remind you, cash and unconditional is your bidding. Good luck to our buyers as well as our sellers. And I hand over to Mark Morrison to get us underway with 52 Cobham Street in Sprayton. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. Very well said indeed. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, folks. Very good to be working alongside you today. As Sandra mentioned, one of 4 auctioneers taking the stand throughout today's program. I'm not too sure if Sandra mentioned 44 Eastwood Rise before that we had it brought forward earlier in the week. Selling really well. That was brought forward at $1,050,000. Lydia O'Loughlin out there near the beach there representing this wonderful property, and we saw fantastic bidding on that one with 3 active participants going on to sell at 1,205,000, so another 155,000 on from where our owners were happy to sell. So congratulations on that one, Lydia. Nice to see you here today. Anyhow, let's move forward to our first of the day. 52A Cobham Street in Spraydon, brought to the market by Belinda and Sam Dunster. You're both ready and set to go. Very good. Good luck to you and good luck to our owners. This is an estate in freehold that we sell you today. 494 square metres of that freehold parcel. It's lot 2. Deposited plan is 78687, and it's all outlined in your certificate of title that Team Dunster have been making very much available to you in recent weeks. Settlement date is set down for the 22nd of December of this year. I understand a number of you in the room have made alternative arrangements in writing with our owners. That's absolutely fine. You'll be bidding on those terms. We do have a telephone bidder registered. Chris Kenny, I understand you're working with a telephone bidder today. So if that's the case, I'll be sure to point that out. But we've cited all the paperwork. We're really happy to move forward on that basis. Schedule 2 outlines the list of chattels, and your further terms are nice and easy there. Clauses 23 and 24 in your bidding today. Of course, it is cash and unconditional in all respects. Let's go and take a last look at Cobham Street. I can see why Belinda and Sam have been very, very busy here over the last 3.5 weeks. This is a location that offers you a wonderful lifestyle. It's overwhelmingly convenient at the same time. If you're into the outdoors, well, it's an easy hop, skip and a jump across to the hills. For the shops and the cafes, you've got them all within very, very easy reach. It just adds up to be fantastic real estate here. The home itself, love the way that it's tucked down and away off the road. That means you're nice and peaceful and quiet. 3 double bedrooms, all on that one convenient level, makes for everyday living very, very easy. Love the little private outdoor space. That's a nice place to tuck away with your favourite adult beverage in hand in the afternoon or evening. This home, it's absolutely livable as is, no doubt about that. Very neat, very tidy. But a number of you may see upside. You might see potential in adding value, adding the modernising touches as you see fit. But this is a good home to own and as it sits today. Folks, let's begin that debate for ownership. We're going to start off with a vendor bid at $450,000. I'm in your hands. Perhaps someone's got 20 to put forward. 450 with me. Who's got 470 to kick things underway? Who's the first bidder of the day? Don't all go at once.
500.
Or 500, even better. Lovely start, lovely play for the keys at 500,000. Good anticipation, that's a beautiful place to start. Good luck at $500,000. Let me be consistent. 520, there we go. And looking for 520 and 540 straight back. At 540, fairly bid away at $540,000. Is there 60, Doug, with your client? What's called?
60.
60 I have. And 80. Quickly back, sees the value at $580,000. Good real estate here. In Spraydon, 590, cuts me in half, Doug.
600.
And 600 straight back. You've started something with the 10s, Doug, so you need to carry them forward. At 600, it's just away from you by $10,000 in about 2.5 metres. First chance at 600 here. Cool, calm and collected, and I welcome in fresh faces into the debate for ownership, but at $600,000 I have. For 3 bedrooms, permanent material, this is good real estate, folks, at $600,000. I look for 10 on from here. Doesn't need to be a spectator sport, folks.
5.
I'll absolutely take 5, Doug. At 605. 615, stay strong in the 10s, and you've done it. At 615, nicely done. That's the way to buy real estate. 20 on, sir, or 620. 620. Considered entry into the fray, but it's a good bid, sir. Nice to see you.
25.
At 6, 2 and 5. There we go at 5/8 of $1 million at $625,000. Once I call it away, sir. 630.
5.
And 45. Good bid at 645. It's your turn next, sir, at 650. Smile always tells us there might be some more. But at 645 I have. 650. Here we go. At 650. Do you go 660?
655.
Very good. 655. And it leaves 660 wide open for you, sir. Up and down. Nose to your toes, sir, is the way to do it. But $655,000 I have for the first time. So what about $2,500 on the side? Would that help? Just trying to help you buy a home. Second call. 660. 660. That's music to my ears, sir. 660 and 665. Straight back. Welcome in, sir. Come back at 670. You haven't come all this way to bid once. At $670, $1,000. At 670 I have. At 75. 675. Is it 80? Surely it is. That's 680 because this is good real estate. Other C value. And 685. At 685, and I might need some instructions at this point, but 690, sir, might help our owners. You're out. At 685, I have. First call. Sir, you're close. At 685, it's just away from you. It's a beautiful home tucked away off the street. You see it there up on screen. Beautiful home at 685.
We have a change of instruction. We are automatic and
That's very, very clear. So that may change your thinking or any of the other bidders, but at 685, I sell away for the want of a better bid or offer. I'll take 2.5 if it helps anyone. Don't leave your run too late. At 685, we play for keeps. That was the curtain raiser, the warm-up. Now we play. Now we fight for the keys. First chance in selling, sir. Put you on notice. 690, welcome back. At 690 here. Go straight to 700. You've done all the hard work today. Don't let it go now. You've done the lion's share of the bidding, but at 690 I have. It's just away from you. I'll take 1,000 from you. Think not what it's worth to you today, what it might be worth to you in the future. Real estate agents are beautiful people to work with, but if you buy today, you don't have to meet any more on the weekends moving forward. 690 I sell. First call. Second chance. Happily take a bid from our telephone bidder, Chris. I know you're working really hard at the front. It's like a little running commentary over the side. I sell there at 690 to you for the one who better bid. I scanned the room. Is there $500 anywhere in the room? Third and final chance at 690. And I'm delighted to announce Cobham Street at 52A. It's going your way, sir, at 690. It's going your way, and it is sold here. Well, good, sir. Nice work. Leaving that run nice and late. I'm going to take a little rest and I'm going to hand over for Stronsay Lane.
Everybody, we move now to 1 Stronsay Lane in Hillsborough, ably brought to the market by the powerhouse that is Cameron Bailey and also the second powerhouse, the business, Mr. Brendan Hart. All ready to go, gentlemen? Yep, fantastic. Formerly described as an estate in freehold, comprising of some 804 square metres on Lot 5, deposited plan 304078, all contained and described on that record of title that Brendan and Cam have made readily available to you. Settlement is set down in the further terms, and I take it that you have read and understood the further terms 23 through to 25. You bid, you buy on that basis. The list of channels has been supplied, and I believe they are unchanged. Now let's take a last look at this before we open the bidding. Well, Stronsay Island, your new street's namesake, is known for its friendliness and tranquility. And you will be known for that too once you take up residence in this house, waking up in that master suite with that beautiful view across the Canterbury Plains to the Southern Alps and you'll be filled with it even more when you bathe in the morning in that bathtub, also with the bathroom view out across the city. And your family will also be filled with the tranquility of the Dalai Lama as they rest in the lounge and living area with the views that just do not end. You've got the open plan living upstairs, you've got the second living area downstairs with the deck out front ending on that beautiful little limestone, what I think is a petanque court. You've got your fully fenced lawn down below. Once again, every part of this house facing that view. My instructions are very clear for this beautiful home is to open the bidding at $950,000 and I look for a bid of $50,000 on the rise. Give you time to consider as you stop and visualise the view that you're going to make for your family in this home. 950 bids with me. 50,000. 1 million, sir. Welcome in. $1 million with you. Looking for a further 50,000. First time at $1 million. Got the 3-car garage, beautiful position on the hill. Second time. Third time at $1 million. Well, I'm not sensing any other interest, sir. So I think what we do is we pause here. We take some space out the back with Cameron and Brendan, and we'll have a conversation and see if we can get you a home. Pause there on a live bid of $1 million. Best of luck.
Patience. Let's now move forward to our third of the day, 34 Massey Crescent in St Albans. Sandra O'Brien, fellow auctioneer, but you put your sales consultant hat on for the time being and representing number 34 Massey Crescent. Good luck to you and good luck to our owners who I know are on the telephone based overseas. Now, 34 Massey Crescent, this is an estate in freehold that you secured today, 698 squares of that freehold parcel. It's all outlined in that certificate of title, all of the finer details The 16th of December of this year is the conjoined settlement and possession date unless you've made prior arrangements in writing with our owner. Schedule 2 outlines the list of chair tools. I note the piano there, that's music to many's ears. Further terms of sale, clauses 23 through to 29. I note there clause 24, probably most relevant, most pertinent, that this is being sold on an as is, where is basis. But you would have been reviewing those this document long into the night over the last few weeks, so that won't surprise you. 34 Massey Crescent, folks. This is a grand old lady at number 34 for approximately 100 years, give or take. She has graced us with her presence. Now, like many 100-year-olds, it is starting to show its age here and there, thus the as is, where is situation. But what does remain is the character, it's the feel, it's the charm of these sorts of homes, which is very seldom recreated and very tough to recreate in homes a lot newer than this one. In terms of opportunity, in terms of choices, you might see opportunity and potential to rejuvenate her and bring her back, maybe a hip replacement there, a new knee, etc., and that might just rejuvenate and bring her back to her former glory. But maybe it's the land that you see the value in, perhaps it's the dirt that lies beneath her that's the upside and the opportunity, because it's wonderful land here. It's a fantastic street, gorgeous street, tree-lined street at that, because you're surrounded by great schools, cafes and parks for the dog walks in the morning. So folks, we need to start away. We need to do that with an opening bid or offer. Where do we see value? What's a comfortable place to start? Or an uncomfortable place to start if you'd like to bid me something bigger and higher.
School dance.
It is like a school dance. That anticipation, the nervous tension in the air. Boys on one side, girls on the other. Who makes the first move? Well, maybe you need some guidance. A suggestion from the auctioneer perhaps is what you chase down. Is there 520 somewhere in the room? You'd have a go at that level even if you haven't seen it. Surely. 520. Great location here. Fantastic school zoning if you need to give your kids the best start in life, because you're an average parent and you buy in this location. All right, I start away at $520,000. Vendor bid at 520 with me. That's the nice and easy line in the sand at 520. Now we might have a registered telephone bidder, just trying to make a connection perhaps, at $520,000. Unconditional buyers, get that first bite at the cherry. You're the best buyers out there in the marketplace, cash and unconditional. An auctioneer's best friend. 520 with me on a vendor bid, first call. As is, where is. Overwhelmingly full of potential is this one at 520 twice. I look for a mere 20. Bid me 540. We won't sell it to you at that level. How's our connection, Mark? Not looking good. You on Spark or Vodafone? Just so we all know.
Could be 2 degrees.
It might be 2 degrees. You'd be a boost man, wouldn't you, Chris?
Yeah.
Still on prepay, Chris.
Yeah.
It's all right. Keep working hard. Works. Yeah. Unlimited text. Unlimited text. Yeah. Just waiting, giving our telephone bidder some time. I'm at 520, Mark. I'm just looking for 540 from your buyer. Or your bidder at this stage. We'll try and turn them into a buyer. Third call. It's at 520 with me, Mark. Bid me 540. Should be easy. Well below any feedback from the market. 40. There we go. Welcome at $540,000. Nicely done. We got there eventually at $540,000. I scan the room. I check the room. At 560 is what I chase. I have 540 currently. Looking for another 20 on from here. Once, twice, third and final at $540,000. Mark, what I'm going to do is place one more vendor bid at 560. I'm not going to stand here all day vendor bidding against you, but I placed one more at 560. Come back at 580 and we'll just pause and have a chat. We've got our owner on the telephone overseas as well, so we'll take our time. But at 560, I have 580. The phone's been put down. It's never a good sign. Is that a lost connection or a lost interest in the property? Beg your pardon? Are you getting him back? Yep, just try and get him back. Get him bidding at 580, and we can have a chat. Yeah, vendor bid with me on behalf of my owners at 560. Just come back at 580 and we'll pause and have a chat. Collect the 580, there we go. Okay, first, second, third, pausing at 580. Folks, let us move forward now to our fourth opportunity of the day, 66B Derby Street in Mirabale. Sorry to interrupt good conversation. I'm sure they're all quality conversations, but I do take us forward now to 66B Derby Street in Mirabale. Alan Gunn and Kelly Shackleton have been our dual superstars representing this property, assisting you with your due diligence in recent weeks and looking after our lovely owners at the same time. So you've been very busy here. Good luck with the auction today. Good luck to all involved. In fact, I see through the formalities of this one for the last time. It's an estate and freehold. You secure 342 square metres of this freehold parcel. It's lot 3, deposit plan is 385912, and it's all outlined in great detail in that certificate of title that Gunny, Kelly and the team have been filing through to you. Settlement date I have set down for the 27th of January 2023. You may have made prior arrangements in writing with our lovely owners. That's fine. You will bid and play for the keys on those terms. Schedule 2 outlines an impressive list of chattels. Goodness me, they look expensive. Those further terms of sale are clauses 23 through to 26, and you bid and you buy, having read and understood all of that information, and your bidding is certainly cash and unconditional. What a stunning residence this is that we bring to the market today. It's in a compelling location, there's no doubt about that. It's overwhelmingly convenient, and it guarantees you to live a very, very easy life because it's just so close into the central city, so close to the shops of potentially Mirabale as well. So much convenience, and it's always handy living in a nice central location such as this. Upside as well in terms of access to educational institutions. It may not be on your radar as such, but it always underlies the value in owning real estate in good school zones because it always answers the age-old Christchurch question of what school did you go to? You can answer very, very confidently living in this area with all the access to the wonderful schools. When it is time to return home to this one, I don't think you'll ever tire of coming home to Derby Street. Our owners, they have painstakingly added value and class throughout. You get to reap the rewards of their hard work. You simply move in once you put your name on the title and just start living happily ever after. Folks, I'm going to stop talking, start listening. I'm listening for an opening bid or offer. Who will start me away? Is there perhaps $1,050,000 somewhere in the room? Makes sense to me at $1,050,000. Do you start or do I start today? That's the choice. That's your decision. Very good. Well, as you stall, I call. I place a vendor bid at $1,050,000. No illusion to value. It's clearly worth much more than that. But at $1,050,000 with me, vendor bid, owners more than happy to keep Derby Street at $1,050,000. It makes sense to move forward in 50s on the rise from here. I chased down a mere 1.1 to go. If you're cash and unconditional, now would be beautiful time to introduce yourself to me.
1 spot 06.
Beg your pardon, sir?
1 spot 06.
What's a spot?
Oh, sorry, it's 1.06 mil.
Okay, so you're bidding me $1,060,000. You've put 10,000 New Zealand dollars on top of my $1,050,000. It's an interesting strategy, sir, but I welcome the bid because it's north of my vendor bid. It's certainly not going to own it today, but I'm going to work with you today because you're here in the auction room at $1,060,000. Okay, it's less than I was hoping for, but it's more than I had. First chance at $1,060,000 with you. Twice called at $10.60. Third and final chance at $1,060,000 only. Folks, if there's not a bid better than that, I'm not going to stand here vendor bidding against this gentleman. We're just going to pause here. Done, out, silent. Well, I think that's the right thing to do. Jane, Gunny and Kelly, let's just pause at $1,060,000. Sir, I really appreciate the bid. Thank you for your interest. We're going to present an opportunity for you to own the home in the back rooms very, very shortly. Thank you once again for your patience. We're going to jump forward in our catalogue to our sixth opportunity. Don't worry, we will come back to 5 Queens Avenue very shortly. We're just waiting on Cameron, who's tied up in negotiations on Stronsay Lane. So we keep our morning rolling forward and we move forward now to Bar 6A Chipping Lane in Redwood. Christine Flynn, she's a superstar. She's been representing this property extremely well, looking after our lovely owners and assisting you as you head down the journey of your road to home ownership over the last few weeks. This is an estate and cross lease that you secure today. It's a half undivided share. It's an 827 square metres. That's all very ably outlined in your certificate of title. 16th of December is the conjoined settlement and possession date. Schedule 2 outlines the list of chattels. There are some further terms to consider, but you would have read and reviewed those, clauses 23 and 24. Most noteworthy is clause 23.2, which I'm sure would have jumped off the page at you, because you notice there that some claims funds from those EQC payouts, they transfer, they stay with the property. We've got a couple of funds, they add up to $22,824.54 precise cents. So do factor that into your strategy and into your bidding today, which I'm sure you will have. I think Chipping Lane, this is a home that offers you absolutely everything that you need and absolutely nothing that you don't. I love the rare position and the rare situation of this one. That means your peace and your privacy is a sure thing. You'll enjoy the morning coffee at that breakfast bar, and perhaps the afternoons and evenings will be enjoyed in the cooler winter months in front of that beautiful cosy fire. I love the fact that you've got garaging and really good off-street parking. You've got easy access to all of the amenities of the Redwood area, including the Harcourts Redwood office. You can pop down and see Christine if you'd like. I'm sure she'll take you for a coffee culture next door. But there is a whole lot of upside with this one. Summerhill Stone, it's always a good type of home to own in my eyes. Folks, let's start things away. We do that by way of an opening bid or offer. Who goes first? What say you?
400.
400. That's what I had noted down here, Ken. So we've got a connection already at $400,000. It's a nice place to start at $400,000. It makes sense to move things forward in 25s on the rise from here. So I look for 425 in the room for Chipping Lane. We'll just chip away at this one, 25,000 by 25,000 perhaps. First chance at 400 with our starters. Twice as I count it down for the third and final chance at $400,000 only with you, Ken. Well, I placed a vendor bid. No surprises in terms of value at $425,000, and I welcome you straight back at $450,000.
Give me 15.
I'm looking for 25. Respectfully, no. At 425,000 on a vendor bid. Look, I'm not selling you at 450, but I need you to bid 450. We have conditional interest sitting here in the room, hoping that it doesn't sell, but you need to put your best foot forward today. Once called at 425. Twice at 425. Looking for 450. It should be easy at 450.
50.
There we go, at $450,000. Appreciate the bid and the increase, and look, if I don't see a bid north of here, we are going to pause and offer you that first right. First chance I should say, at 450, twice as I counted down for the third and final time at $450,000. Well, let's just pause, Ken. We'll pause, find some space and a place, and negotiate from that 450. Thank you. busy moving. Camera Bailey, always a busy man on a Thursday, but Cam's now back in the room, so we can now go back in our program to 5 Queens Avenue in Fendalton. This is an estate and freehold that you secure today. It's quality real estate in this location, obviously. It's 819 square metres of that freehold land. Part lot 9 to 10, a deposit plan is 493, and it's all outlined in your certificate of title. The 12th of January of next year, 2023, is your settlement date, just a month out from my birthday. Schedule 2 outlines the impressive list of chattels that you receive by way of your purchase price, and those further terms are clauses 23, 24 and 25, and you bid and you buy on that basis. Well, it's an obvious and easy reference for me here, isn't it, with Queen's Ave. This is a home fit for royalty, and this is always one of those sought after streets. I know that some of the neighbours that live on the street just across the road and down the way are absolute quality, so you know that buying quality real estate means that you surround yourself with quality people. I think you'll want for very, very little here in terms of the home itself. It's a stunning section, it's a stunning location, landscaped and fully irrigated grounds, 819 square metres, as I mentioned before, complete with the swimming pool, which is going to appeal to both the young and the young at heart. When you come back inside the house, you're going to be greeted by quality spaces to dine, to host, to entertain, but also places to have those quiet moments just to unwind, sit back and relax. No one ever regrets buying quality, folks. This is absolute quality that we represent and we bring to the market today. We just need to work out its value in the marketplace, and a nice way to do that is by way of an opening bid or offer. Perhaps someone's got $2 million to kick things underway. 2 million? Should be easy. Look for a mere 2 to start. Very good. As you percolate, I don't hesitate. I place a vendor bid at $2 million. My one and only today. I'm not going to stand here practicing my vendor bids at $2 million only. I look for 2.1 in the room. Even $50,000 if you like. If that's more comfortable for you, we'll pause and we'll give you that first right, that first opportunity to buy. First chance on a vendor bid for absolute royalty here in Queen's Ave. Twice for that swimming pool as we come into summer, apparently. Third and final at $2 million even. Are we done? Out? Silent? Had its time? It's worth more than that, surely. Absolutely it is. If you've seen it, you'll know. But at $2 million, Cameron, we just passed the property back into your capable hands. If you have interest in this home anywhere in the twos, then you need to go and have a good chat to Cameron and the team. Thanks, Cam, and good luck. Forward to number 7, we're back on track in terms of our advertised catalogue. 33 Prestons Park Drive in Marston, better known as Prestons Park. Chantel and Bev Johnson have been the two superstars representing this one, helping you dot your I's and cross your T's in recent weeks. Good luck to all involved. Today you secure an estate in freehold, a neat and precise 475 square metres of freehold land. It's Lot 8 deposit plan 486184, and it's all very ably outlined in your certificate of title that Team Johnson have been filing through to your inboxes. The 16th of December is the day your world gets a whole lot better because you get to move in and you're in for Christmas, which is always a good sign. Schedule 2 outlines the list of chattels. I won't go through those, and those further terms of sale, nice and easy here. Just the one, it's clause 23, and you would have read and reviewed that in recent times. It was an absolute joy to wander in through this home at the open home where I saw Bev there and the team. There were more extras here than on the set of Lord of the Rings. There was just so much more in this home than I was ever expecting. There's quality around every turn with this one. The additional features that you gain, like that organic concrete, it's the wood burner, impressive kitchen specs. the feature walls, and the ever-changing and varied materials through this one just make this something that's a little bit extra special than so many of the cookie cutter type homes that we might see in these sorts of locations. Speaking of locations, massive big tick here in terms of the lifestyle, the amenities. You've got forest walks, you've got mountain biking, you've got golf if that's your thing, cafes, all the cafe scenes you could ever wish for. It really is all here. We can see why this is such a popular area to reside in. Folks, I look for an opening bid or offer for this quality at quality residence at number 33. Someone's got the luck of the Irish on their side here at number 33. I don't know. Is there 880 somewhere? 880 to start me away. 880 I chased down. Well, I placed a vendor bid under no illusions in terms of value, but at 880 we're not for sale for quality at $880,000. I start away on a vendor bid at $880,000. Surely someone rounds me off to 9. Prestons Park. You've got black and white cafe, literally 100 metres down the road for that caffeine injection. First call. Second opportunity at 880 only. Looking for 20 on from here. Who bids me 9? Big chance quickly at $880,000 for a beautiful lifestyle and a gorgeous home to suit. At 880 folks, you've spoken volumes by not speaking at all. I simply passed the property back in to Team Johnson. It's worth more than that. Folks, I'm going to draw a line in the sand for you as well. Our owners have given us instructions to price their home at $939,000. $939, it's sharp, it's shiny, and it's ready for you to buy at $939,000 today. Go and introduce yourself to Chantal and Bev. They are lovely folk and they will help you into number 33. Good luck to our owners moving forward as well. Appreciate the opportunity working alongside you. so much for your patience. Big decisions, of course, always being made on a Thursday morning. We've got to give everyone a fair chance, fair opportunity. I take you back to 66B Derby Street. We saw bidding before through to $1,060,000. We've had some elongated but important conversations, and the conclusion is that our bidder has very graciously increased their bid through to $1,180,000. I understand, sir, that bid still stands. Fantastic. Thumbs up at $1,180,000. Now look, folks, I don't have a change of instructions at this point. Our owners are happy to keep the property at this stage at 1,180. So what I'm going to do is reopen the auction. I look for a bid north of 1,180, but if I don't, then we do pass the property in and we open it up to that conditional market. So even you, sir, I'm happy for you to bid again if you like, because you've still got this first right to buy cash and unconditional, but we're not selling at 1,180. I put you and the rest of the room on notice at 1,180 for the first time. At 1,180. Looking for 20 on, who rounds me off to 1.2. Twice called at 1,180 for the third and final chance at 1,180. Done. Out. It's had its time. Very good. Well, Gunny and Kelly, I pass the property back into your capable hands. Looking for interest north of 1,180,000. And sir, I really appreciate your interest and your bidding today. All the best moving forward, and we'll see if we can help you into Derby Street moving forward. But passing in at 1,180. Thank you. Your patience. I'm taking us back to 34 Massey Crescent, our third in our program. Now, we paused a little while ago at 580. We've actually got, we've all caught our collective breath on this one. And Mark, I understand your client's actually here in the room. So the bid stands at $580,000. What we're going to do is just recommence the debate for ownership at $580,000. I reopen the auction at 580. I look for a bid of say 600,000. So you're keen and ready to go at 600,000. Welcome into you at 600,000 the bid. I look for 620 from your client. Your turn, your time. 610, not as good. That's okay though. It's 610, 630, 635 was it? 635, nice bid. Putting 25 on at 635. But Mark, I'm happy to take 10s from your client. Once called at 635,000 here with Peter's client. Twice. At 635,000, another 10 I look for. What about 5, sir? Let me lessen my expectations of you. Happy to sit in second place. Risky business, sir. Third and final chance at 635. Well, Peter, I just pause with you. We pause at $635,000 and we'll have a conversation now in the back room. Pausing at 635.
everybody, if I could have your attention, please. I take you now to 22 Rochdale Street in Pendleton. Ably brought to the market by New Zealand's best real estate agent, Mr. Cameron Bailey. Look at him straight across the room, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't he look good?
2 a.m. in Saudi Arabia.
Well, good morning to our owner in Saudi Arabia. It's 2 a.m. over there, so a very good morning to you. Formerly described as an estate in freehold comprising some 865 square metres more or less on part lot 4-5, deposit plan 7550, all contained and described on that record of title that Cam has made readily available to you. Settlement is set down for the 16th of December 2022 or any other date that has been mutually agreed in writing with our owners. Now, I take it that you have read and understood clauses 23 through to 26. You bid, you buy on that basis. Now, the list of channels remains unchanged but substantial. I see you're getting a fridge freezer, under tile, underfloor heating, the surround sound system, and a beautiful gate intercom to leave any guests you don't want waiting and you don't have to deal with them. Now, let's take a last look at this property. Now, goodness, I loved going to see this one. It reminded me there's a few rules of real estate that I've been learning recently. One is, of course, the classic location. In Rochdale Street, you are in the heart of Pendleton. You're hop, skip and a jump from town. Mirabelle shops a wander away. Of course, the school zonings, you have all of the best schools at your disposal. The second rule of real estate, good street appeal. And with that corner site, the beautiful fencing, the trees giving privacy, and that statement gate giving you the allure of what lies beyond it. The third rule of real estate, of course, is never sell. So the owners are failing on that one, but their failure is maybe your opportunity to gain. I was very excited to walk through the gates and into that courtyard, past the beautiful sculpted trees, and I'm going to use my 7th form classics learning here. A beautiful colonnade of Tuscan order pillars greets you with simple entablature. Write that down, everybody. That's good learning. It makes you sound very smart. Wandering into the house, of course, that beautiful entranceway flowing around to that beautiful sweeping living area, the dining room. That wallpaper makes me want to be a better human because, my gosh, it's good. The beautiful marble countertops. Why, goodness, I can just see the Christmas buffet you're going to serve on there. 5 bedrooms, all large. You've got the 3 bathrooms. The renovations overseen by Kerry Mason. You've got the outdoor area. You've got everything here. My instructions are very clear to open the bidding at $1.8 million. I open on 1.8, looking for a rise in $100,000. Give you time to think about your future that you want to create for your family in Rochdale. 1.8 on a vendor bid with me. You're all thinking about the columns, I understand. Take the time to Google it. Not Doric, not Corinthian. 1.8 with me. Just blown away. Too many things about this house to consider.
1850.
1.850. Looking for 100,000, ma'am, respectfully at this point. Have you got 1.9? Working with Ellie Aitken. 1.850. All right, happy to work with you at 1.850. Looking for 50,000. First time at 1.850. Second time. Third time. Well, Ellie, it might just be us, so there's no point in me going backwards and forwards. Why don't we grab a room out the back, Ellie? We'll get you a room with Cam, and we'll see if we can get your owners into a new home. Paused on a live bid of 1.850. Good luck.
once again for your patience. It's a few minutes after 11, so we do move into our second hour of our program. Ninth opportunity is number 10 Warden Street. Before we kick into 10 Warden, I just remind you of some of the basic rules by which we play the auction, how we play here in the auction room, in the Harcourts Gold auction room. In all situations, in all scenarios, our owners have set confidential reserve prices. We won't disclose those reserves to you, the bidders at large. Your job as the bidders is the most simple one today. It's to get the bidding up to those reserve prices. Assuming we can work together to do that, the highest bid, whose bid that the auctioneers accept, will very simply be the purchaser. We can nominate the sum by which the bids increase. We can refuse a bid if we deem it not to be in the very best interests of our owners. Vendor bidding may be a phrase you've heard of. As auctioneers, sometimes we place vendor bids. If we do, it's always well under our selling instructions, well under those reserves, and it's just giving you a roadmap around value where the property isn't for sale. So all you need to do when you hear a vendor bid is just to bid quickly and confidently above any vendor bid that we may place. The part you're probably here for today is to see that hammer fall to the rostrum and to see it fall in your direction. If it does, you're the winner. Well done. Before you commence your celebrations, you will need to complete some paperwork, arrange a payment of that deposit equaling 10% of the purchase price, and complete all of the GST information which is outlined in Schedule 1. Your bidding today is certainly cash and unconditional in all respects. Folks, let's now move forward to 10 Warden Street. As I mentioned before, Mr. Jack Milligan, he's been representing our owners and helping you, the decision makers out there in the marketplace, make this decision an easy one. This is an estate and freehold that we bring to the market. It's 612 precise square metres of that freehold parcel. It's Lot 2, it's Deposit Plan 18219, and it's all outlined in your certificate of title that Jack's been making very much available to you. I have Friday the 16th of December of this year as the conjoined settlement and possession date. You may have made prior arrangements in writing, but if you play to that date, then you're in before Christmas. Schedule 2 outlines the chattels. I won't go through those. Your further terms are nice and easy here. Clauses 23 and 24. They say that brick and tile real estate on a freehold parcel of land is always a good way to go. It's effectively like a Toyota Corolla in that it's safe and it's very much a reliable decision in terms of buying property. Here our owners have made some tasteful and very appropriate updates. They've refreshed this one throughout, both inside and outside. I love that surrounded decking space. That's a nice place just to tuck away, nice and sheltered out of the wind, I would suggest. The location, I think it works very, very well in this case. The supermarket run, perhaps the run to the local park, or in fact the school run in the morning. All of the runs will be very, very easy with this one. Nice and convenient for everyday living. Folks, I'm going to start things off with a vendor bid that I just mentioned a few minutes ago at $400,000. I'll look for 420 in the room. It's your time, your turn. Will that build up, that anticipation? Starts now. Who starts? Those that start generally finish my auctions. 420. Welcome in, working alongside Louis McFadden, and all the very best to you at $420,000. There we go, the competition on my left, your right. I look for 440 to go. Brick and tile, 550. 550, sir. Love the cut of your jib. That's a strong bid. At 550, was it? At $550,000. There we go. At 420 straight to 550, 130 on. Is there another 20 on from here? At 550, don't be put off by that big bold play. I welcome you back in for 20 or even 10 if it helps. But at 550, I have for the first time.
560.
560. There we go, straight back. And Sarah's at 650 this time. 580. 580. Very good. Okay. Just shortens your stride ever so slightly. But at 580, it's still a good bid.
590.
590, and Sir, I take it at 610.
605.
605. Love your strategy. Love the way you're mixing up the bids. Keeps me on my toes at $605,000. The ball, 610 here.
15.
At 625,000, I take it, sir.
15.
Oh, just 615. Very good. All right. I get out of the optimistic side a bit. At $615,000. You can bid me 625 in a few moments, but at 615, the bid's with you.
616.
616. Okay, playing the $1,000 game. At 620 down the middle, fresh face into the race, and good luck to you, sir. At 620. 3 at this stage. Don't read about all the doom and gloom in the media. It's good real estate and it's a good time to buy here. At 620 with you. Is it 621 here or here?
624.
624. It's 62 and 4. And what about 630, sir?
625.
625. There we go. What I joked about a couple of minutes ago came to fruition. At 630, the wake up call. At $630,000. Have to take a little one on this side if it helps. Remember, only 10% today. Worry about the rest later. 630 I have. Once called, at 630. Keep working, Jess. Happy to take another quirky number, sir. East-west never works. Nose to toes is the way to go. At 630 here, with my late interest. The bid's here, isn't it, with you, sir? Is it? At 630, thought so. 630 I have. Looking for another, perhaps 2.5. That might be comfortable. So you're in the pole position at this stage. I don't have instructions at $630,000. Would you bid me 635? Might make it easier on my owner. At this stage, I don't have instructions. Happy to sit tight at 630. I'll tell you if you've spent too much, sir, and you're doing just fine so far. 630. It's down the middle, Chris. It's just here. At 630. Bid stands. Good bidding today, folks. 3 in it. Showing good interest at 630 for brick and tile. 10 Warden in Richmond. 630 I have. Looking for a little 2.5 perhaps. We have our decision maker on the phone. He's all on the phone. Makes me want to get mine out. Just follow suit.
635.
635. Bid stand, sir. Confirming 635. Good on you. It's $635,000. I look to my 2 underbidders. It's away from you both.
Selling.
Selling. Just what is waiting? Just confirming. But 635.
Yeah.
On the market and selling, Jack, that's really clear instruction, sir. For the want of a better bid or offer, the property goes your way. Jess, I put your client on notice. Same to you, Louis. Now's the time to fight. It's close to both of you, but you're not quite there. $635,000 I sell right down the middle to my late bidder. First call. Selling away, sir. It's only money twice. It's $635,000. You're still on the phone. I never give up hope until that phone's put down. What about a little $500 on the side? Final chance then at 635. I've given you a fair chance and I appreciate the bidding here and here. And sir, you've done it at 635. It's going your way. It's going and it's sold. Nicely done. take time for you, because I know there's good expectation and anticipation on some of the properties that we have been pausing and negotiating. First, I'll take us back to 34 Massey Crescent, where we saw further bidding before. We got through to $635,000. The conclusion of the conversations in the back room is that our owners have made the decision to exercise their rights under clause 2.6 in the contract. They've withdrawn the property here from the auction room and sold it outside of the room. So congratulations to everybody involved there. And now I take us straight on to number 6, which is quite appropriately 2/6, Chipping Lane in Redwood. We paused a little while ago with our bidder at $450,000, but we have seen an increase in the back room. We got through to $485,000, but we're not quite there yet. So what I do is I quickly reopen the auction. I look for a bid north of 485. Maybe someone's got 490. Otherwise, if I don't see another bid, I pass the property in, and I also have an asking price that our owners have asked us to announce to you, the room, and everyone also watching online. So 485,000, is there 5,000 anywhere in the room to continue that conversation to ownership? First call at 485, twice as I count it down quickly now for the third and final opportunity at 485. We're passing in then, Christine. We are now priced at $495,000. So 495. You can buy it today at 495. So good luck. I'm sure that, Christine, you're going to be busy in the coming hours and couple of days. So good luck.
Back now to 1 Stronsay Lane in Hillsborough. That we paused a while ago and had some conversations out the back, and I'm happy to say that the owners have exercised their rights under clause 2.6 of the contract. They have withdrawn and sold the property under the head. Congratulations to our owners and our sellers, and Mark Morrison will be back with you shortly. Thank you.
Moving forward, appreciate we're a touch behind. 3/388 Montreal Street in Christchurch Central is now where we're headed. We take you into the central city. Harris and Hotman alongside Cameron Bailey. These two superstars have been meeting and greeting you in recent times. I take you through the auction agreement on this one for what should be the last time. It's an estate in Stratum in a freehold. It's Unit C Deposit Plan 63935. That's all outlined in your certificate of title that Harrison and the team have been making available to you. I know that there is a tenancy, fixed term tenancy on this one, bringing in some $500 a week, is my understanding. 25th of January is our conjoined settlement and possession date, unless you've made prior arrangements in writing with our decision maker on this one. Schedule 2 outlines a list of chattels. Further terms of sale clauses 23, 24 and 25. You bid when you buy on that basis. Cash and unconditional is certainly your bidding today. That's always our preference. Well, when the much renowned Peter Bevan puts their name to a design, you know that this is always going to be quality real estate. At the same time, what a beautiful location. Man, this is just a good spot to own real estate in, because it's an easy meander down Victoria Street to the numerous bars and restaurants. It may be an easy wander, perhaps a slightly more elongated one on the way home, depending on how your night goes. But it's just a fantastic spot to have potentially a bolt hold. Maybe it is your permanent residence for you. Maybe you just want to add this to your property portfolio moving forward. Wonderful opportunity here in Montreal. It's got everything that you need and absolutely nothing that you don't. Folks, once again, we just need to work out its value in the marketplace. I'm going to start things away on a vendor bid. Just placed one vendor bid today at $600,000. And I look ever hopefully, ever optimistically for 620 north of my 600. 600 with me. Don't all go at once. Dan and I will do our best to catch the bids. You call a number. Where do you see value north of 600? Well, on my vendor bid, I put you on notice for the very first time. At 600 000 the bid. Fairly bit away, as Aaron Davis would say, twice. At 600 for the third. And final time for this beautiful inner city. Goodness me, what a good spot. I almost want to buy it myself. At 600,000, Harrison, it's not for sale. Clearly not for sale. I have an asking price to announce. Our owner has given us instructions to price their property at $679,000. So $679, if you can all just very appropriately line up in front of Harrison, and he'll deal with you one by one at that level. $679, you can buy it today. Good luck, Harrison, and good luck, Cameron, moving forward. Of course, good luck to our owner that we represent. on to our 11th of the day, which is 56 Halton Street in Strowan. Always a sought after location to own real estate in the Garden City of Christchurch. That's Sandra O'Brien for the second time today, putting your real estate hat on, your consultant hat on, I should say. I know you'll be taking the rostrum a little later on as an auctioneer, but you've been representing so ably number 56 Halton Street in Strowan, looking after our lovely owners at the same time. This is an estate and freehold that we represent. It's 483 very precise square metres of that freehold parcel, which is lot 2. Its deposited plan is 5595558, and it's all outlined in that certificate of title that Sandra's been filing through to your inboxes. Settlement date is regarded or referred to in the further terms of sale, which are clauses 23, 24 and 25. Clause 25 just outlines the nitty-gritty and all of the finer points to that settlement date, so you would have read and reviewed and understood all of that information that Sandra's made available to you. The list of chattels in Schedule 2 are very much outlined there. They are specific, they are precise, and they are accurate. Well, I get to visit and see a lot of homes in my job. This is certainly one that stopped me in my tracks. I guess I ground to a halt here in Halton Street, and it's just such a beautiful home. It's elegantly built this year, so it's not even out of diapers yet. It is not even a year old, a year young potentially, but it's in a commanding and very much an impressive home in every sense. I love homes with downstairs master bedrooms. If you've ever come along to the auctions, and I mention homes with downstairs master bedrooms because if you get old and decrepit like I am, it just makes the commute from the couch to the bedroom at the end of the day a nice and easy one. So it elongates your time, your tenure in a home like this. No need to face the stairs should you not want to. But upstairs are further bedrooms, plenty of space. The family bathroom, it really is all there. When you come back downstairs, what takes you back is the beautiful high stud. Even I appreciate it at nigh on 2 metres. Plenty of space vertically above me to enjoy. It's that light and bright feeling. Those big doors just open up and it really blurs the lines between inside and outside. As I mentioned before, it's always a sought after locale here in Strowan. You've got school zones that are very much sought after, wonderful cafes and parks and recreation at your doorstep. Folks, let's start things away. We do that with an opening bid or offer, as we so often do with an auction. Who'd like to start? Where do you see the value on this one? I'm in your hands. Start talking money. New Zealand dollars. Is there 1.7 somewhere? So I scan the room, I check the room at 1.7. It's a standoffish and polite crowd. It's never my favourite type. Be bullish, be brave, make yourself known to me. At 1.7, I start things away on behalf of my owners. Vendor bid at 1,700,000. Looking for 50 on from here. Absolute quality. You see it on screen. Goodness me, it looks good on screen. It's even better in person. But at 1,700,000, I have for the first time on that vendor bid. As I chase down a mere 50 to go twice. Quickly now, in Strowan. Good place to own, good place to live. Third chance at 1,700,000. Well, I advanced the bidding just one last time. 1,750,000 back with me on behalf of my owners. They are more than comfortable keeping the home at this level because it's worth more than that, clearly, at 1,750,000. But I chase down even a little 25,000 if it's there in the room. At 1,750,000 with me for the first time. I call it away second. I put you on notice for the third and final time at $1,750,000. You surprised me, folks, for quality real estate. Sandra, what I do is I pass the property back into your capable hands before I finish talking on 56 Halton Street. I have an asking price to announce. Our owners have given me instructions to price the property, to price their beautiful home at $1,949,000. That represents really good buying in my eyes. At 1,949, you can buy it today. Go and introduce yourself to Sandra. She's a lovely lady to deal with, and she'll help you put your name to this one. You can get your name on the title and be moved in as quickly as can be. So good luck, Sandra. Priced at 1,949. now jump forward, if we may, in our program to number 13, 5 Parato Street in Kaiapoi. We head back to 58 Wicker just as soon as we are able. But Mr. Richard Bird, he's been very much ably representing here at number 5, looking after our decision maker, our owner, and assisting you complete your due diligence here at number 5. I take you through the formalities of this one for the last time. Today you secure an estate in freehold, so you secure the best real estate available to us here in New Zealand. It's 544 square metres on lot 132. Deposited plan is 568141. It also comes with that quarter share and 446 squares. All of that information very much outlined in the certificate of title that Richard's been making very much available to you. The 21st of December is our settlement date, so you're in before Christmas should you wish. Schedule 2 outlines your chattels. Those further terms of sale is clause 23, so nice and easy. It's very clean and concise, very much an unconditional auction agreement that we work from today. Well, folks, as many of us know and understand, building new can be fraught with a number of things. Escalating build costs, trying to secure building materials can be an issue, plus all the time stressful and hassle that comes with such a process. I just think you're better to forego all of the aforementioned and get on and purchase here at number 5. This one is very much a new home. As Richard said in his advertising, the grass seed is still growing, so you get to move in. This one is just ready for you to move in and enjoy. I love the way that living space can be shut off from the rest of the home. Perhaps sometimes in life we need a little bit of separation from our nearest and dearest, because ultimately that brings us back closer together. We've got to get away from each other from time to time. When it comes to the after hours accommodation, you gain 3 bedrooms here, neat, good sizes with those bedrooms, 2 bathrooms on offer. That means that those morning routines will be exactly that, routine, almost military-like. Folks, let's work out number 5's value today here in Kaiapoi. Who's got an opening bid or offer for me? In your hands.
710.
710, nice and specific number to start at, sir, and welcome into you at $710,000. Perhaps we just move forward and, I don't know, $20,000 rise. This makes sense to me. It should be comfortable for someone else to put their hand in the air at $730,000. But with my starter at 710, as I scan the room, I check the room, as I put you on notice for the very first time, at 710, with my gentleman in the rear, but he's in the lead, twice, at 710, looking for a mere 20. Third and final chance at 720. Well, sir, what I do is I represent my owner. I place one vendor bid only at $730,000. Come back at $750,000. We can continue that conversation.
740.
740. Thought you might say that, and that's okay. I'm in a good mood and I worked with you today at $740,000. That's the first time the bidder's tried to cut me back, but that's okay. At $740,000, I put the room on notice for the first time. It's here at the rear twice. Third final at 740 with you, sir. Well, Richard, I think it's best just to pause. Jane, let's pause, find some space, and we'll offer the good folk at the rear an opportunity to own number 5 Parato Street in Kaiapoi. Pausing at 740. Street, we can now get back in our program to our 12th opportunity. Cameron Bailey, Brendan Hart, they're always busy agents on a Thursday. Today is no different. So good luck to you, gentlemen. Good luck to our owners that we represent. Always nice to have our decision makers here in the room. So thank you, and a good morning to the both of you. 58 Wicker Street in Fendalton or Fendalton, depending on how you like it. This is an estate and freehold that you secure. Goodness me, a generous parcel of land, commodious, 1,146 square metres of that freehold terra firma. It's lot 13, it's deposit plan 4140, and it's all outlined in that certificate of title that Team Bailey have been filing through to the inboxes. The 3rd of February 2023 is the conjoined settlement and possession date unless you've made prior arrangements in writing with our owners. Schedule 2 outlines an impressive list of chattels. Those further terms of sale are nice and easy because they are clauses 23, 24 and 25. You've read and understood them. Your bidding is certainly cash and unconditional. This is a beautiful place to call home. There's no doubt about this. As you head in through the front door, the property just opens out in front of you. Maybe you're planning a family in the future. Maybe the little rugrats are already there with you. I can sense that this would be a sensational place to rear your offspring. There is no doubt about that. The design, absolutely timeless, absolutely classical. Excuse me. And it's one that's remained very, very relevant over its years. It's been tastefully modernised in recent times or over the years, so it's so relevant here in 2022. The obvious features and the benefits are very, very obvious for all to see. I just love that stream boundary towards the rear of this section. That just adds to the feeling and the vibe of this one. The swimming pool, that's got to be a winner for absolutely everyone, both young and young at heart. You're in zone for the best of schools. You can wander to Riccarton Bush on a Saturday morning down to the farmers market there. Goodness me, this is quality real estate. Opportunities and options like this don't come up very often, so you need to leap at this one. Leap at it like you're leaping in the pool and go for it, folks. Who's got an opening bid for me? Opening offer. Where do you see value? Where are you comfortable? Now's the time. Is there 1.7 somewhere in the room? I scan the room. Bargain buying at 1,700,000 in this location for all of that Pendleton terra firma at 1,700,000 only. Nice place to start for somebody. Well, if it's not going to be you, it will be simply I. I place a vendor bid on behalf of my owners at 1,700,000. Makes sense to round me up to 1.8. Who's cash, who's unconditional, who's ready to go for a sensational home. Living spaces both up and down, vertical integration of the family, of those everyday living spaces at 1,700,000 on a vendor bid once. Looking for 100 on from here twice. Excellent school zoning, where the teachers care more than they should. Third and final chance at 1,700,000. Quickly, folks, quick, where's the bid? Look for it now at 1,700,000. Well, folks, I'm not going to stand here vendor bidding all day long against myself. I have enough internal debates as it is. At $1,700,000, I simply pass the property, and it's worth more than that. To find out what you've got to do to make this your own, Brendan Hart, Cameron Bailey are the gentlemen you need to talk to. Good luck to the both of you, and good luck to our owners that we represent moving forward.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very warm welcome by way of introduction. My name's Chris Kennedy, one of 4 auctioneers working in the room today, and I get to represent our wonderful, wonderful owner in our next offering at number 24 Huntington Place in Avonhead. Now, if you have just joined us, we work with confidential reserve prices. They shall not be disclosed to the purchase, but subject to those reserve prices being reached or breached, the highest bidder whose bid we accept shall be the purchaser. As your auctioneer, I'll nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised. I can refuse bid should I deem it not to be in the best interests of our owners. Should the hammer fall in your favour, you'll be required to do several things. Sign the memorandum recording the sale, in other words, the contract, pay a deposit equal to 10% of the purchase price, complete the GST information in Schedule 1. I welcome to the room the duo that have filled your inboxes with all of the information to enable you to be here. They've taken you down that driveway of due diligence. Mark Wong, Yutin Yin, are you all set to go? Wonderful to be working alongside you both. Good luck to you, and of course, good luck to our wonderful owner.
The postie knows this one is number 24 Huntington Place, Avonhead in Christchurch City. This is a wonderful freehold parcel of land, some 629 square metres more or less. You find that on lot 53, deposited plan 59626, all contained and described in certificate of title, volume 35A, folio 964 of the Canterbury Land Registry. You're bidding today, that's GST inclusive, so what you bid is what you pay. You're bidding cash and unconditional as it has been all day. No change to the chattels, so we take that as being read and understood. And we also take that you have read, you've understood clauses 23 through 25.3, and you bid, you buy on that basis. And as we've said, cash and unconditional. You're bidding today, GST inclusive. So what you bid is what you pay. Possession, settlement, one of the same. That's set down for the 15th of December 2022, or any other such date that may have been mutually agreed upon in writing. So it gives you a wonderful opportunity to have your first Christmas at number 24. They say that choice is the variety and the spice of life. Well, number 24, it offers you a number of choices, from the privacy to the high fencing to the beautiful living spaces and sunken lounge, through to the 3 bedrooms and the multiple bathrooms. You've got raised floors, you've got a beautiful kitchen, an array of magnificent tiled areas. The kitchen itself, it's an absolute cracker. It is beautifully appointed. It sits centre stage in the whole home. Of course, internal garaging and a wonderful, wonderful yard for the little ones to play in. Now, if the little ones are important to you, you are in that zoning for those all-important educational precincts where the little ones will have a better chance at life, having had better education. This is a wonderful home, wonderful location, cracking good position, really is here to be sold today, buyers. In your hands. Look for an opening bid or not. Where do you see it? Well, that worked. Gosh, even I was going to place a bid. But that'd be a vendor bid. Call for your interest, buyers. Is there $640,000 in the room anywhere? Well, you hesitate. I don't. $640,000 with me on a vendor bid at 640. 640 is called now at $640,000. I look for 20 on the rise at 640, and who bids me that famous Dunedin band at 660. But at 640, the bid's with me. I look for 20 on the rise at 640. Wonderful opportunity, fabulous location in the heart of Avonhead at 640. First call. Second call at 640 with a fabulous kitchen. Third call at 640. Surprise me, buyers. 660 back with me on a vendor bid. No hesitation in value. Wouldn't sell it, couldn't sell it, shouldn't sell it. At 660, it's with me on a vendor bid. $660,000. I look for 20 on if you like at 660. 660 bid. Who bids me 80 on at 660? Beautiful opportunity. Wonderful location. Fabulous home. 3 bedrooms. Love them all upstairs. Really is just offering you that chance of privacy. Beautiful en-suites. At 660 first call, I look for 80. Second call at $660,000. Third final call at 660. All done. Silent. Mark Uting. Oh, I'm staggered. I thought there would have been more hands in the air than a bank robbery at those sort of levels. But at 660, I simply advance the bidding to $680,000, and we look to pass it at 680 on a vendor bid. $680,000 with me on a vendor bid. It's had its time, buyers. All done. Silent. Once, twice, third. Mark Uting, I simply pass back to you at $680,000. I know there is interest outside of the room. We'll continue to work with that. If you do have any interest in number 24 Huntington, avail yourself upon Mark Wong, Eugene Yin, or in fact a consultant you may well be working with, and they'll help you get over the line in this fabulous location, wonderful home. I simply pass back to you, and I hand back to the wonderful auctioneering team here for our next offering in Terrier Lane, Hallswell.
Terrier Lane in Hallswell is where we head next. Cameron Bailey, Brendan Hart are for what feels like the 5th or 6th, maybe 7th time today that we've introduced you gentlemen, because you're always having very busy days on Thursdays, representing more quality real estate here at number 8 Terrier Lane in Hallswell. Today this is an estate and freehold that we represent, so it's always really good real estate to buy when it's your own land. It's 540 square metres more or less, lot 27. It's depositor plan 543233, which is all outlined in your certificate of title. The 31st of January is the conjoined settlement and possession date unless you've made prior arrangements in writing with our lovely owners. Schedule 2 outlines the chattels that you receive by way of your purchase price. Your further terms of sale, nice and easy once again. They're clauses 23 through to 25, and I remind you if you're a recent arrival that your bidding today is cash. Cash and unconditional in all respects. Let's go and take a last look here at number 8. This is an impeccably presented home that we represent here at number 8. When I visited the home at the open home that Brendan was running, everything was just so. Even the dust isn't allowed to settle here, such as the presentation, that it really is testament to our owners. I always love homes that are tucked down and away towards the rear of a cul-de-sac, because that means you're able to cultivate your social network, you gain friends in the cul-de-sac, and it's a nice safe place to call home. Furthermore, it's well secured with the gates there, and the fence is fully fenced, so it's nice and secure. So warm underfoot is this one, with all of the under tile and slab heating there. That certainly warmed my soul as well as my souls beneath me. This is a cracking good home. Love the kitchen, it just sparkles. Beautiful place to cook those meals. The bathrooms, they are particularly luxurious as well. You won't ever want to get out of the shower, although those council rules changing with the water use might just give you the hurry up. Great location here, folks, as well. We cannot forget Kennedy's Bush and all of the recreational pursuits available to you. You'll love owning this because you'll see Chris Kennedy running or cycling up Kennedy's Bush track on the weekends, both morning and night, because he's an athlete. Folks, you're an athlete, but it's not about you, Chris. It's where we start this auction that's more important. We open up at 700,000 on a vendor bid. I look for 725 in the room. 725, straight out of the blocks, because you see quality, sir, and you understand that this is quality real estate. Good luck to you at $725,000, working alongside Ash and Shah Sutherland Todd here from our Harcourts Gold Papanui office. At 725, nice, comfortable place to start. Should be easy for someone else to come in at $750,000 or more. First time at 725. Twice as I count it down. Penultimate chance quickly for the third and final. Well, folks, back with me at 750. No surprises at 750. Owners happy to keep this one at 750. Bid me 775 and we can pause and have a conversation. 775. Easy decision. I should have asked for more. At $775,000, but that's okay. Cash and unconditional bidders, we offer you that first right, that first opportunity. If you've got interest in this one, you need to put your hand up north of 775. Once I call it, twice I count it. Third and final opportunity at 775. Well, let's just pause. Cameron, Brendan and the team, let's offer our bidders an opportunity to buy north of 775 here at number 8 Terrier. Good luck to all involved. Time for you, auction 13, 5 Parato Street in Kaiapoi. We paused a little while ago with the bid at $740,000. We've had some really positive conversations out in the back rooms. My understanding is that our highest bidder has graciously increased their bid through to $770,000. I just get confirmation that bid still stands at $770,000. Thank you. I now look to our owner, our decision maker. I understand change of instructions at $770,000. We're on the market and selling, aren't we? Very clear. $770,000, folks. Out she goes on the market, selling. We offer you happiness, we offer you a bright future ahead, and we offer you some confidence that you've secured a new home. I look for a bid 5 north of here if you like. At $770,000, I put you on notice for the first time. Selling away at 7 and a whole lot of zeros after that. Twice and third and final chance at 770, folks. It looks like you've done it. It's going your way. Delighted to announce number 5. It's going, and it's sold. Congratulations. Nicely done. Thank you to our owner for your instructions. I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to probably hand over to another auctioneer, Sandra O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We're moving along in the catalogue this morning. New auctioneer to the podium. My name's Sandra O'Brien. It gives me very great pleasure to represent our owner of 16 St Jude's Lane, brought to the market by the very capable Lauren Clement. We're all good to go, Lauren?
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, it's more formally known as a freehold parcel of some 681 square metres on lot 10, deposit plan 83558, all contained and identified in that certificate of title CB48C 737. Sounds more like an aircraft, doesn't it? Schedule 2 contains all those chattels. They haven't changed the original draft, and further terms of sale, clauses 23 to 24, we take that you have read and understood those. I remind you, cash and unconditional is your bidding, and your settlement takes place on the 16th of January 2023. You have plenty of time to pack up those boxes over Christmas and begin the new year fresh in a new home. 16 St Jude's Lane. Well, it's a benefit of not only living in a private lane, but also at the rear of a family-friendly cul-de-sac, where everyone knows your name but doesn't know your life. Single level brick aluminium joinery offers low maintenance to spend the time, quality time with family and friends. And wow, when I stepped inside this the other week, I thought, what an amazing living space. It opens out to a beautiful deck that's north facing, surrounded by established trees and shrubs, giving you your own haven over summer. Local nearby shops, well, they cater for all the amenities you may require. It's, hey Jude, don't let it be a sad song. It's all here, folks. What say you? Do I have an opening bid or offer? It's over to you. Everyone's silent. You may need an indication from your auctioneer. Has anyone got 540 in the room anywhere? Looking for 540, don't be shy. Well, you hesitate. I don't. 540 the bidders with me on a vendor bid at 540,000. Should we say we'll take your rises in 20, but don't let me limit you. Is there 560 anywhere in the room? It's all here. Simply move in and enjoy. Stop paying rent. First call at 540. Second, third, final call. Well, I'll advance it north on a vendor bid again to 560,000. Looking for your rise in 20. Is there 580 anywhere in the room? Should be more hands in the air than a bank robbery at these levels, folks. If you just want a chance to discuss outside the room, now's your opportunity. First time at 560. Second, third. Well, I'll advance to 580. If I don't see a bid from the floor, we'll simply pass the property and hand it back to Lauren. Is there $1,000 anywhere for that rights for a chat? 580 with me. First call, twice. Third final call. Well, you surprised me, folks. Lauren, I know you've got conditional parties to work outside the room with, so I'll hand the property back to you. I wish your owner, Jeff, and yourself good luck going forward. It's a great home. I'm sure you'll get that sold sticker on in no time. Thank you. Let's keep moving, folks. You've been very patient. Our next property, 434 Greers Road, Bishopdale, is brought to the market by Mark Wong and Lily King. Phenomenal team. We all good to go, guys? Lovely, thank you. Now, 434 Greers Road is more formally described as a freehold parcel of 754 square metres on lot 46, deposit plan 17738, contained in the record of title CB4B 838. Your chattels, they haven't changed to original draft. I do note the alarm system is included. And further terms of sale, clauses 23 to 25, we take that you've read and understood those. Settlement, well, wow, you can be in before Christmas. That's fantastic. Have the family over for Christmas Day, as that's the 15th of December, giving you time to unpack at least half a dozen boxes. Now, 434 Greers Road. The primary school children will love it here. They can sleep in every morning, as Bishopdale School is only a very short 5-minute walk away. Mum and Dad will love it here. The location is only a 5-minute drive to Northlands Mall or Bishopdale. Freshly painted throughout, but still the ability to add your own flair or develop the TC2 site. Sunny north-facing living area with pellet fire. Well, it has to be entry-level buying into this location, folks. It's an ideal investment or first home, meaning no more rent, and you can lock that interest rate in before they rise any further. Looking for your opening bid. What say you, buyers? Where do you see value? Is there 460 anywhere in the room? I know we have a buyer on the phone working with us this morning, or this afternoon now, isn't it? We've had quite a few auctions today. 460 anywhere? Well, I'll open on a vendor bid at 460. We look for your rise north of there. Perhaps, shall we look at 20,000? Is there 480 anywhere in the room? Wonderful opportunity, great investment or first home property. I love the location of this one. Lots of potential. 480 with me on a vendor bid. Looking for 500 anywhere. Danny's working hard on the phone. First call at 480. Second. Third call. Anything there? Well, I'll advance to 500 on a vendor bid. It's not a good sign, Danny, when they hang up the phone. 500 on a vendor bid. Looking for 520. Invite anyone else into the race. Is there 520 anywhere in the room? I'll call it away at 3 times, 500,000, looking for 20. Once, twice. Third call. I'll advance on a vendor bid 520. If you're interested above these levels, you need to indicate to us now. 520, the bid is with me. Or I'll simply pass the property in and hand it back to Mark and Lily. First call, 520. Second, third, final call. Well, your silence has spoken volumes. I'll simply pass the property in at 520, Lily and Mark, and I hand the property back to you. 520,000 property passes in. If you've got further interest above that level, please do avail yourselves of these agents. I'm sure they'll take good care of you. Good luck to our owner. Thank you.
Take you back now to 22 Rochdale Street in Pendleton. We paused some time ago at $1,850,000. We've had some conversation out the back, and I'm happy to say that we have had some pleasant conversations, and the property has been withdrawn and sold under clause 2.6 of the contract. Congratulations to our owners. I'll be back with you shortly with our last of the day, I believe. ladies and gentlemen, I take you to our last of the day, 9 Laurel Lane in Linwood, ably brought to the market by Cameron Bailey and Mr. Brendan Hart. All ready to go, gentlemen? Sure. Fantastic. Described formally as an estate in freehold, comprised of some 382 square metres, more or less, on Lot 9, deposited plan 309000, all contained and described on the record of title that Cam and Brendan have made readily available to you. Settlement, when you can take ownership of this beauty, is set down for the 20th of January 2023 or any other date that has been mutually agreed in writing with our owners. Now, I take it that you have read and understood clauses 23 and 24 of the contract. You bid, you buy on that basis. Now, the list of channels remained unchanged. I see those 2 outdoor heaters are coming to keep you warm in those winter months in that outdoor room. Let's have a last look at Laurel Lane before we open the bidding. Entry-level properties really come like this. Permanent materials, good conditions, 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. You have the space for your family to grow and play. And when you need a break from them, you're simply going to have a cheese board and a Chardonnay out in that outdoor room just off the lounge. Alternatively, when you get tired of the kids, you stay inside in the winter months, staying warm under that heat pump, send the kids outside. You're not going to get any complaints from locking them outside from a rangatamari because they're simply going to be nice and toasty warm under those outdoor heaters as they play. Beautiful, quiet lane, walking distance from Eastgate Mall. I have very clear instructions to open our bidding for this wonderful home at $500,000. Looking for a bid of $20,000 on the rise. And the crowd goes mild. We consider beautiful family home in Linwood. First time at $500,000. Second time, you could just about see yourself sitting at the breakfast bar, serving your family, looking after all of them, all gathered in one spot. Third time, surprises me for a 4-bedroom home at this price point. Should be more arms in the air than a Groove Armada concert. Well, Brendan, Cameron, I'm surprised, I'm shocked at this price. I know that there'll be plenty of conditional interest coming, so I simply pass the property back to your capable hands to work with conditional parties outside the room. Owners, I wish you luck. I believe you're going to get a sale very promptly with this gorgeous home. Get in touch with Cam and Brendan if you have interest, as I know that this will be going under offer shortly. Thank you.
Now take you back for our last update of the day. 8 Terrier Lane is the last property being negotiated. We pause with our highest bidder at $775,000. I understand we've had some big, courageous conversations with both parties outside the room, but the conclusion of those conversations is that our owners have exercised their right under clause 2.6 in the contract. They've made the decision to sell 8 Terrier Lane outside of the room, and it is gone. Congratulations. Well, folks, that does wrap up today's proceedings here in the Harcourts Gold auction rooms. It's been an absolute pleasure for all of you, I'm sure, but it has been a pleasure for us at the same time. On behalf of myself, Chris Kennedy, Daniel Pengelly, Sandra O'Brien and the whole auction team, including Henry Cochrane, how could I forget? May the rest of your day be the best of your day.